Hey everyone. We're
Welcome back. Did you
back.
guys miss us?
Hey everyone. Are you guys ready for some more Digimon? T-Mac is currently inhaling some food, so you got me and Ben for this one.
And Ben is currently drinking.
I hope. Yeah, so we've just pinged our players to start the match. I think they were doing mulligans during the setup, so we swap over and then we'll get started.
So this is our Olympics. It's the you know how the Paris Olympics are going on right now? This is our Digimon Olympics. It's Team Canada versus Team USA. So, we gotta support a local boy. But at the same time, Basil is always a funny person and he's ripped as well. So I'm kind of cheering for Basil. Call me a
Yeah,
hater.
honestly, yeah, this isn't a title to see who's the better Digimon player. It's to see who's better and more handsome. All right, so starting off, looks like we got some form of purple deck. I
Oh,
see the
there's the
Luca.
first Ukamon.
Ooh, there's the first Ukomon, and there we have DexDorugora versus Diaboromon. And oh my god, TJ has two black memory boosts in trash. That is tragic.
I was talking to Gabe or some guy in this case. Like, how do you deal with the DexDoruga package? Because it's so annoying. When you try to delete it, it just comes back. And the best advice he told me is when they're on the Dex line, that's the perfect time to strike them, like to delete them.
Yeah, so the whole deck is all about preventing death, preventing deletion when they're on the base version, and then you go into the Dex version from trash. So you either kill it on the Dex version, bottom decking and bouncing still are effective, and then cards like the funny Paladin Ace, where you just take your entire trash back, that also tends to ruin their plan. But the thing is with Diaboromon, although it has the deletion effect off the Ace, the one really good thing it has a lot of de-digivolve. So if TJ gets a single, or if Mr.Wares gets a single Ace, or not Ace, the Infirmon, he's able to de-digivolve let's say, the Doragoramon, and then pop the Dex Dorugray underneath it. So he's able to
See,
get past the one layer.
See, right now, it's kind of hard to say because the Ukumon engine is so versatile, and you're able to set up your back row and almost kind of do like a rookie rush. Like if I was Basil, I would be just swinging at the fences, trying to pressure Mr. Wares and making him in an uncomfortable spot where he has to make key decisions.
No, 100%. Yeah, that's so like I jokingly call Dexter purple black war Greymon because you'll see that it has a lot of tamer hate in it as well. But being able to run the Luga and the Ukomon package for the bottom end makes the deck so quick.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's interesting that Basil valued the Ukumon and he wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna swing into security. I guess it puts more pressure onto him.
Yeah, like I guess he does have enough time, right? Mr. Wares only has the Caramon in the back. I don't think that that's the best Caramon, to be honest. That's more like a pseudo floodgate. It's not like the draw one. It's not like another inherit. Oh, he has scooped, I think.
Is he
Yeah.
doing Exodia?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a huge brick. Oh no.
Listen. Canada always comes back from this being second. All right, like you can't count TJ out yet. Like or
Honestly,
Mr. Gray.
he's just giving him a handicap, right? A 1 game handicap.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's like, you know what? I'll let you win this time. Just gonna give you a head start. But here comes the real comeback. But
Oh,
again, back to what I was
that's
saying,
so tragic.
the Uko engine is just really crazy. If Basil had given him a little bit more memory and not to be done choking him at one, there might be a better way for TJ to come back.
hmm Yeah, it's hard to say, right? Like, I think that if he had literally any other setup, like he might be able to kind of play off something. But realistically, looking at that hand, was it like two Infers, three Diaboros, and he drew the Armageddon? That new Armageddon is really nice. It is kind of like an option card, but it's one of those option cards you want to see a little bit later in the game because then you'll have things to bottom deck. But he can't just play that out right away. That's tragic. Ah, okay. Well,
I know, I know.
at least
It-
they're setting up for game two. Um, and hopefully this one isn't just a quick scoop. Um, that'd be very anticlimactic. So let's see. Let's hope we get a good game out of this one. Yeah, so it looks like Mr. Wares elected to go first. He starts off as a better start. He's got the draw Caramon in the back, and then he plays a new Searcher, searches the three really good targets: the Armageddonmon, the Memory. Yeah, he takes the Memory Inherit. That thing is just too good, and then the Inframon.
Do you really want to be dropping a Caramon and giving the opponent 3 memory? Would like a training boost be a better like
Bro,
option?
it's turn one. It doesn't matter. I think that with that, what he's probably going for is taking like an errata and then something else because it does take Tamer and Digimon. So if he was able to take an errata, it would be take the two next turn. He has errata set up because he has an undefined trash, and he can continue going with that. So the early searcher does a lot for the deck. All right. So it looks like Basil claps back with his own searcher, plays out the Tyrannomon. Uh,
And it's a blocker,
yeah,
which
and
is
it's a
really,
blocker.
really important.
Swing, block, yeah. Goes to the trash, and then how does TJ pass turn? By going to
I think he's
memory.
gonna play a training boost.
No, he's gonna go
Has
to
to.
the memory one in the back. So he's as a Diaboro player, he's chilling as long as he has pieces because he's got the memory inherit and the draw inherit. Personally, I play very greedy to try to extend combo, and I think that that's kind of the right way to do it. So when he pushes out for it, if he has a 5 next turn, he could probably go into the 5 into the Diaboromon and then just start kind of controlling it from there because the oh wait, I'm thinking Fenrir too much with this, but the other line does have to play some Digimon from time to time, and that can pop off. He does have deletion effects which can go off, and like I said, he has that de-digivolve. So if they go into one thing, he de-digivolve to the layer beneath and pop that where it doesn't have the protection.
If I were Basil right now, I would kind of want to go into Darugumon just so that like I can set up and like crash into security and then go up a line like the just to do that right now.
Did he just? Oh, he just hit the. That's disgusting. So he searches the 3. He hits the Darugamon, and then trashes the Dex Darugamon. So he has protection set up on that stack already.
Yep.
So now he's got Tyrannomon and a stack there with protection ready in trash. So we got to see what Mr.Wares can do. If he can go to the Inframon, which I don't think he can because now he's choked at 1, he would have been able to de-digivolve and then pop it to get past that protection.
The purple tamer that Basil is playing, I'm pretty sure that's a memory setter.
Is that the new? Yeah, that's the new one. So yes, it's a setter. Mind Link gives it alliance and blocker.
So is he going to do it? Is he going to crash into security?
Uh, what else? Let's see.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
he's doing alliance.
swing alliance 2 checks. Gets that. Yep, prevents the death. Goes into the Dex. I
Second
don't.
check.
Yeah, the second check should still go off because it didn't die. Yeah, still should be the second check now. Yeah, just
See,
Infirmon. That's fine.
if he had to hit a Diaboro over there, would have been a good position. Like now, that's the time to strike back towards his deck, so I can delete the stack. Because I like I said earlier, it can't protect itself when it's on the Dexdoruga line.
Yeah, like when it's on the Dex. See, so now he set that up, and I think that is the Dex Doru Greymon sitting right on top of his trash. So he's got another layer of protection, kind of sitting there, like just perfectly waiting. See now, if Mr. Wares has Ace, he can deal with this. So if
What
he
does
has
the
if
ace do again, Peter? Like,
so Ace Diaboro, when it digivolves, you play a token. When a token is played, you can delete it's like 3 cost and then +2 for every Diaboromon. So it'd be 7 cost minimum because it counts itself. So if he has the Ace here, he de-digivolves the Dorugray, yeah, for 3. Oh, and there you go.
there it is. There it is.
So he does that, plays out the token, de-digivolve the stack. Now he goes from the thing back to the Dex, the Dex level on top. Oh, he's going through his abilities, yeah. And then he could delete 7 cost because the Diaboromon's 3, it counts itself, so it's 5, and the token puts it to 7, so he could delete that now. And then because he has the Kurosari, he regains turn. And I think he should also draw a card off that. I think he already did. I didn't see if he drew. And now the crazy part is
If I were Mr.Wares, I would want to get rid of that blocker. It's
well,
just
he
so
could
that
swing. He could swing, and if he swings, he plays. Oh, so he's just gonna go the safer route. He's just gonna play that, play the token, go underneath. Unfortunately, it doesn't pop. Um,
like I
because
said, I
gaming
think it
costs.
would be beneficial to swing into the blocker just so that like you have less resources for Basil to go off on.
Yeah, but I don't know. We can't listen. We're not listening in, so I don't know what his train of thought would be. I think that the deck easily gets big enough that he could run over the ace if needed. So I think he's gonna go the safer route. He has the body, which it's annoying, but it's not the worst thing. But he has a stack with protection from effects, and I know that he's playing purple, so there's a lot of deletion effects. Right, so Basil pushes, the thing gets to 1. Mind link or no?
Would you mind linking this position just so that like I'm pretty sure Basil would know that like it's not ideal to mind link and swing into security because he can block for the aces. Like,
No, he
do you
can't. He
think
has
that?
no blocker. TJ has no blocker, or Mr.Wares has no blocker. The EX6 Diaboro is what gives the other ones blocker, but right now he just has 2 schmucks.
This is a really tough spot. Like, there's nothing stopping Basil from swinging into security, doing alliance, doing 2 checks, and hopefully it dies, and then you can go back to the DexDorugora line again.
Yeah. We'll just have to see what he does.
Would
Because
there
what?
be any option in Mr. Ware's deck that could like spit out a token just so that he can prevent stop the deletion like apart from the clockwork?
Um. To be honest, no. It's all setup cards. I don't think he runs any security bombs or anything in his deck, so it's all just setup.
This is very interesting. Like the fact that he didn't remove the link from it and go back to the Tamers. This could be a chance for TJ to come back from.
Yeah. Oh, you know why? That's pretty smart. There's no decks underneath. So if he pops the Dorugray, it goes into Dex Dorugray. If he digivolves and then pops it, it goes into the Dex Dorugo. Right? So like not going into the X or not going into the Dex and then just raw digivolving over is good in the scenario. And then
Uh,
yeah, then he has this super sticky stack. Next turn he could pull that out. End of turn, go back to 3, build up the infinite kind of line, run over his entire board because Dex Doru just kind of runs everything over.
do you think that older option cards like Ultimate Flare would be like quite viable in this current meta because that would cripple the deck. It would pretty much de-digivolve by 3 and delete a lot of level 3s and below. I believe that's what was the card was.
Sorry, which card?
Crimson Flare.
Oh, Crimson Blaze. Yeah, that I don't think he's running it. Wait, let me check. He might be. No, he's not. Okay, so yeah, Crimson Blaze deletes 6K, which is all the tokens. And then goes into that. Okay, so he does the play where he de-evolves, he pops it. He doesn't mind having the level 4.
It was way back in the day. It's the BT5 105. That's the ultimate flare. Trigger D-Digivol 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon, and
Oh,
then delete.
yes, that card. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Crimson Blaze. Yeah, that card. It's weird. It deletes the 3 cost, and I feel like there's just so many stacks now that like de-evolving 3 for 8 isn't doing as much. Like you have the new Trident arm from the starter deck.
Mhm.
The Greymon starter deck. I don't know what the code is, so sorry, producer. You just have to find the card. But Trident Arm does the same thing. Digivolve 3, and then you have that taunt effect where you force them to swing. Yeah, it costs
I think
6.
it's ST 1516.
So what did Mr.Wares do here? He played out that for reduced cost of 2. Yeah, it goes into there. Pops the token. Yep, pops token. Wahoo goes into Diaboromon. Oh my god, he goes double. So then Diaboromon plays out the token, deletes the stack. Yeah.
Would Basil be
Oh,
able
what a.
to go into analog U to tap it to gain a memory?
If he kills it, but I think that uh, yeah, comes out, pops stack. He has double. He has double deletion effects. That's crazy.
This might be a good spot for Mr. Wares to if you can like four checks.
I ideally, if he gets EX6 Diaboromon out somehow, like just
Mhm.
somehow, probably by climbing through that Caramon there, that is just like an insane effect because now he has it so that if no matter what you play, he can like no matter what Digimon you play, if you just slam it by hand or by effect, he'll play a token. It'll de-digivolve by 2, maybe 3, depending on what he has. If he goes into another Infomon, and then he has 2 effects that can pop things.
Looks like Basil paid the tamer, 3 cost tamer, just so that it can like make it as memory efficient as possible.
Yeah, Tamer pass turn, push this. Now here's the scary thing. Mr. Wiz does not have the EX60 of Boromon, so not all of them have jamming. They
How
will have
crazy would it be?
rush.
How crazy would it be if he had some sort of like crazy tech like a Mechanori just to prevent like people from just like doing rookie rush? Mechanori back in the day was so worth it just because it stopped a
I
lot
think
of the.
that card's kind of grown out of favor, but I know that he is one to play weird cards. Like he used to play, uh, what's that one card from in his machine? I think he used to play like Hover SB, which could be deleted by effects around like Levia time, so that you could just survive from the Levia double pop. So he's I could see him running like some funny attacks like that. See, so now he's trying to pick which one does he want to swing with because Diaborobots are kind of small. They're all about flooding the board so they don't get big, and he's just praying he doesn't hit anything big on in Basil security. Yeah, swing, play one, gain a memory because of the inherit, draw one, goes through. Hopefully this one survives too. Swing, yeah, play one, gain one, draw one. So now he's back up to 2 memory. Oh my
Like
god, he lived on
you.
all of them. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what did he grab there? Was
I
it
believe that's the DexDorugora, the new BT17 DexDorugora.
what do you think about the new collision mechanics? Like, is it a fresh breath of fresh air into this game? Like, you can do so much more interesting thing. Even the latest release with DigiLeaks that just happened in our server for Sparamon giving it X Cross collision.
It's kind of annoying to play against, but also at the same time, I do think that it's a very like unique. I like that it's like an interesting twist on like aggression because sometimes you want to swing over a thing and you can't, and I think that making more of those swing unsuspended style effects is kind of toxic. But I guess that this is a kind of funny way to go about it. His two tokens in the back are those ones all on his left, our right. Um, they are freshly paid. They don't have any rush. So he goes into the thing, passes one memory, regains it because of that. If he has the no, but then it plays out a token, so that he gains a memory off the Kursari inherit. So if he can play Infirmon, which I know is a tall ask because already has 2 of them. If he goes into the EX6 Infirmon here, he could delete a token, go into another Diaboro, and essentially just kind of lock out Basil. But what's he gonna do? Pop that for 3. Oh, slam the Armageddon. Yeah, I guess. I guess it's just play big boy.
Oh man, this is yep. And so now he's gonna gain one memory because of the Lugamon's effect. You can grab it from trash and go underneath.
Yeah, the AG gains 1, and then starter main tuck 1 to gain 1, so he just starts at 5. I I don't know, man. I every time I see Luga sitting there with like 1 analog youth, I just assume that they're dead. But this isn't Fenrir, so yeah, this isn't Fenrir, so I wonder how Basil's gonna try to play around this. I do think that this deck does have enough.
DP
like
to kind of
it's not even
go over
DP.
those.
He has 2 suspended aces, and he's got some weirdness. So let's see what he can do with it. Because Dex itself, on the way up, does delete some things. I think it's the DexDorugora that can pop something if you did evolve from trash. And then the Doragora itself, is it Doragora? Yeah, the Doragora and the DexDorugora have the Black War effect, where if something is deleted, they unsuspend. He has no blockers. Nope, he has not a single blocker. He needs EX6 Diaboro to make it a blocker, and that Armageddon one is the BT5 85. So it has, yeah, BT5
If,
85 has Rush, and it has the level 7 can't activate their when digivolving effects. So that's the anti-ace card.
if I was Basil right now, there's one card in his deck that could help in this situation is Hell Lugamon, just so that he can slam it down, attempt to discard as many SOC cards and try to delete one of the aces just to come back from it. But it's
I
still
think it's
that's
too
a
slow.
huge.
If he go, yeah, he plays one. If he goes into Hell Luga, what's he do? He pops the ace that doesn't have thing. Oh, okay. So he swings. He has collision. He forces the. Oh, he forces something to block. If Mr.Wares is aware, he would block with a token. Just let it die. He's gonna block with the big boy. Yep. That gets him. He prevents deletion. Goes into the X. Oh, he can do that from hand. All turns when attack target is switched. Ah, so he wasn't going for the Dex play. He was going for all turns on the BT16 Dorugray. If an attack target is switched, which he forced with collision, he can digivolve into SOC from hand. So he digivolves into the Doragora and then into the Dex Doragora, which is a huge tempo swing because now Doragora itself is just a big chungus, and then Dex Doragora allows him to, like, the attack would go into it, and then he would die still because he's lower DP. So now he would go into Dexter which when digivolving, digivolves 3 on a Digimon. And then he overflows. Alright, now he has this big boy. I don't think that it unsuspends because nothing had died. Or does he
When
die?
tokens are deleted, yeah, it should see it, right?
Oh, no, sorry. So yeah, it should see anything. So Dex Doragora, I didn't finish the effect. When it digivolves, digivolve 3, then if you have Doragoramon in its digievolution traits, delete all your opponents Digimon at the lowest level. So he pops the 2 Kurisaris, it unsuspends, he's able to swing again. Yeah, to figure that out, he plays that because something was played. Um, I don't know. They're in a
They could
weird
be an
spot.
option. They could be. I'm just looking through Basil's deck list.
Oh, yeah, he something was played out. He plays out the token. It still pops because it's 3/5, 7, 9, 11, 13 cost. Yeah, blows up that because the one Kurosari had the Karamon effect, which lets him play a Diaboro on deletion. So he would have gone for the big tempo swing, blown it up, but because he deleted it, it plays out the token. The token then procs the ace, which then blows up the Dex line. Yep. So I think Mr.Wares has this one. Ooh, look at that! Get rid of that ruin mode. Get out of here.
There was a lot of talks about like back then, like that X could never be limited to one because it's almost like a secret. Like, do you think?
Yeah, like that's the big thing. Death X people really
Would you
played
really
like
say it would be
2 of
limited to
those.
one? I think with this white format, de-digivolving is really a key part, and especially
Okay,
you saw
okay.
it in
Name me one deck that plays more than one Death X.
say that again. Play one deck that.
Name me one deck that plays more than one Death X. Like Death X already is played at 1, so like I don't really think that limiting it would do much.
No,
Um,
you're right. You're
I
right.
do think that Ruin mode though would be a contender to get hit because like that card Death X is annoying, and it says, okay, whatever you just did, undo it a little. The ruin mode just says don't play the game for like a turn or two, right? Like if you can somehow get rid of it, you still kind of lost some tempo on your one turn. It still like calls all any other development, and then you have like the really degenerate. Like, have you seen the Mummymon loop? Where
No, I
like
have not seen Mummy Mountain.
it it,
Tell me
it,
more
you,
about it.
it uses the Myotis package and like I don't know the full thing. It uses like a combination of like the Myotis package, Lilithmon, and Jack Ray to just cycle itself like a ton. And I've seen some of our locals get to like ridiculous numbers, like minus 20k to your whole board because they get a ruin mode out. The ruin mode's able to swing. It dies. That's 10k. They're able to loop it, calling, get the ruin mode back, play it out again. And I think delete it with get calling back from Lilithmon and then pop calling on it. So then
That
they
that
do my.
sounds like our regional champ, does it not? AP
He
Malk.
he has been playing that deck. Um, and I hate him for it. But like, if you play for fun, he'll not play it because he knows that it's miserable to sit through.
Well, looks like game two is starting. Looks like
Game three,
Basil's going first. Oh, game three, jam.
like, real game three, actual game two, because the first one was a scoop. Yes, producer,
Yeah,
the first one was a scoop.
that's how crazy these games are going. It's like the fact that all these players shows the Olympus, they're like top of the top. Like just to get to the top of the rankings, you have to beat a lot of impressive players.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I love the fact that I've seen Diaboro win right here, despite the fact that the first game was, like I said, a complete brick and scoop. But seeing that Diaboro can deal with, I think DexDorugora is a pretty big meta threat. Like I don't think it's Nume, Yellow Vax, or Ancient Garu level, but I think it's just below them. And I think that seeing Diaboro do well against it is kind of cool.
Looks like Basil has just played defense training and he's grabbed the Lugomon just so that he can set up next turn. I'm really, really looking forward for the Scrambles card to come out just because I
Yeah,
think it's crazy. Like I was,
yeah, yeah. Sorry, it's Wisdom trading. Defense is black, I think, or you said offense. I don't remember which one you said.
I
It's
said
Wisdom trading.
defense.
You know, I can't wait for. I can't wait for that new ban list we're getting. I don't.
That's coming out.
I,
That's coming out right before CNE, or is it after CNE?
uh, it is getting announced. Is getting announced on the 23rd, and it comes into effect on the 31st. But it might be delayed for English, like how they normally do. So we're not sure if it actually goes in for our CNE event, which happens on August 31st. The thing is,
I think a big.
no one
What do
knows
you
what's
think
going
is
to
a
be on
big?
it.
What do you
Everyone
think it's going
thinks
to be, Peter?
it's going to be Ukamon. They like. I hope they fucking suplex that little white blob through a table. Um, get rid of Ukamon. Get rid of
Is
Nume
it both
X.
you want, or is it just like one or the other? Like, are you gonna limit?
I think the promo is more egregious. I think the promo digivolving for free, getting that memory and rehatching is way more annoying than the other one that has to cost one. Like I think BT16 Ukamon's still really powerful, but like
Uh-huh.
the promo one's just kind of nuts. I don't know, but I'm not too hopeful. I have a bunch of cards I want to get hit, but I don't think that they will. But every time, I think the last time they had a ban list, everyone's freaking out, thinking that it's going to be like 16 cards, and it ended up being like three. But I could see Ukomon. I could see maybe Ruin Mode. Uh, I want that Imperial option. Actually, maybe give it some time. But I want
Even the Imperial option, like if you think about it, even at one, it still does a significant amount of damage. Like just the fact that it has protection, it's just forcing you, like, players to reconsider what exactly they're gonna do because you either have to bounce a card back into the hand or deck, or just pray to hope that they don't have like a ace in their hand or like the card in their hand just to digivolve.
yeah. We just saw what two could do in a single match, and that's just disgusting.
Um,
All right, but back to this. Basil goes up to the Doru again. I think he skipped the Dex again, just so for that Digivolve effect, because Mr.Wares is threatening a 4 in the back with a training. Does that pass turn? I don't. Honestly, I like that I can't tell who's in a better position. Like they're both in good positions. I can argue that Basil has a little bit more aggro on his side right now.
So Basil has the
Ooh.
tamer, the memory tamer already in the trash. So when Lugomon comes out in the front, it's going to just tuck it underneath, gain one memory.
Yeah, search the 3, take the other Uko, bottom deck the rest. Start a main, he's gonna take the hatch, take the AG, or does he play from hand?
Now, I think he would take it
No, he
from
plays
the
from
track.
hand.
You know,
He plays from
you
hand. He
think so?
gains the one. No, he just did. Um, yeah. Now it's just see who pops off. Because next turn, if Mr.Wares is able to push up, he could go to Diaboro, assuming he has the right one. Maybe deal with a threat. But if Basil sets up correctly, he just has these two annoying stacks that you can't really do anything against. And like I said before, he's playing very smart, where he's doing just the raw Digivolve over because he sees a Digivolve inherit from that Infamon already.
Here comes the Alliance, 2 checks.
Swing Alliance. Oof.
Ooh,
Both Rush Kurisaris. So they don't get the deletion effect. He still gets 2 checks. That's crazy value. Either it dies and you get the deletion, or you get the Digivolve kind of value, or you get 2 checks. And 2 checks
looks
is what,
like Basil
20%.
has popped a Wisdom training to go into the level 5.
Is that level 5?
Yes, that's a level 5, right?
No, that's a level 4 Dex. So did he just do that for free? Wait,
No, he used the Wisdom training. That's what I was saying.
why though?
So you
Because that's not the level 5. That's the DexDorugora, which should be free.
could be a misplay.
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't catch. If he did pop it, that's a little odd. No, he plays 4 trainings. Um,
Huh?
sorry, we're having our producer check in to see what
Dex
kind of happened there.
DexDorugora? No.
No, it's free anyways. Did he pop a wizard? Like, yeah, well, why do you do that though? Isn't that? Oh no,
It
sorry,
costs
I'm
0 on
reading
top
it
of a
wrong. That
Dorugama.
3
Yeah.
isn't.
It's the
Yeah,
Dex Doru Gray that digis for 2.
Yeah, I was right. So he did pop the Wisdom training.
Yeah, he pops it. He goes into there. Yeah, I was saying that he did your for. So what happened to his training then? Did we miss it and he used it for the Doru?
I trashed it with the Analog Youth. No?
No, I have one on board.
I think we might just be tripping out.
Yeah, yeah.
Sam, by the way, when you
Oh,
switch.
that would explain it.
Oh, okay. Sam, by the way, when you switch over to the other chat, they can hear you. The stream can hear. The stream can hear because it becomes that audio feed. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So it goes into the decks. I guess he's just saying screw it. Just deal with it, and he's just gonna go past, go into the decks. Because at this point, yeah, I think it's the right play. He's got 3 bodies out, 1 in the back, 2 analog youths. Like what? It's gonna be hard for Mr.Wares to come back. Chokes him at 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti. Because he's gonna bring this out. Yeah, and then if he has Ace, he can de-digivolve 1, pop it, doesn't matter because he's gonna de-digivolve the Dex layer off and then pop essentially its own layer, so it'll come back to itself to prevent the deletion. Yeah, I think Mr.Wares is kind of. I think Mr.Wares kind of boned here. I don't think he found the. I don't think he found the right pieces to kind of get up here.
The
Or he's just a little
Italian
too slow for it.
handshake.
Yeah, plays that out. Ace plays out a token. Token draws him a card, I believe, because he has the Karamon. That will de-digivolve something. So take your pick. I think. What's the Dex cost? Does the Dex cost 8? Yeah, the Dex costs 8. So realistically, I think he should have de-digivolved the
The
level
unsuspended
5.
stack?
No, yeah, the unsuspended stack, and then pop the suspended stack. Oh my god,
Yeah.
he's going straight into the Armageddon? Damn. That just deletes both. Yeah, deletes 15 cost of Digimon, so he just deletes both. He passes
the
him
scary
9
thing,
with the analog utes. The scary thing is he has the body in the back, so if Basil pushes up, he just has another body ready to go for the kill. But the thing is,
yeah, but the scary thing is secure. Like his trash is already starting to fill up. It's
yeah, and the one saving grace is that Armageddon is a big boy, so he can block it. This is we just have to see. Yeah, because he'll go into that using the Baumon egg. What does the Baumon do? It's BT17 Baumon. When effect places a tamer in it. Yeah, so when you mind Link, you could Digivolve from trash.
I would slam down a like 3-cost rookie. No, see, this is why. Like I would have done the alliance trick again just so
This is
I
why
can.
we're up here and we're not playing.
You know what? Next season we gotta sign up Peter.
See, so he's gonna force the block. Either he blocks with the token and it dies, which I think is the right play. He goes in there. He goes into. Is that the DexDorugora? Yeah, he goes
Yeah,
into the
it looks like
DexDorugora.
the
It's gonna de-digivolve 3 on that, which does suck. He overflows. He overflows the 3. What's happening here? What are they talking about?
Take 1 token on my deletion.
Okay. I'll de-digivolve it the whole
So
way.
the funny
and
thing is, our
delete.
producer could go in here and leak
3
it.
steps.
So we're just gonna pretend
3,
that they're saying.
and then
No,
actually, I will not make a token.
Overflow 4.
Yeah, so that happens.
I will
he overflows,
unsuspend,
the stack
and
is dead
Dorugray will give me.
because it does that and then deletes lowest. Yeah, I think Mr.Wares kind of donezo here. I don't think there's any recovery.
Looks like Team Canada is not in a good spot. Yeah, who knows? It could come back.
Yeah, because in the fact the other side of the bracket has 2 Canadians, that would be the right idea. All right.
And it's over.
Sorry.
And it's
So-
over. And Shangri-Mon on the field.
Our producer is saying that he will probably be facing a Canadian next round, which is true because they are both Canadian. Which I just noticed the other table is already clear, so that game was a swift game. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's playing out. He's gonna slam an
he's just
Armageddon.
playing what
He's slamming an Armageddon. He's counting how many he can do. Bottom decks him. Slam Armageddon for I think that was like reduced. I didn't count. I think it was like 12. Yeah, it comes out. Sam, mute yourself in the other. Wait, for some reason they can still hear. In the other, they can hear it from the stream. Oh, apparently they can't. It's fine. It's fine. Mr. AP Mock is just feeding me false information. Okay, so yeah. So what happens? He plays this. Mr.Wares is just gonna eat the minus 10k. Luckily, it's only to the end here. So as soon as he ends turn, those should come off. Yeah, he's gesturing that comes off, and now I don't think Basil has it because Basil can do that. He can Digivolve in from hand, plays out the Luga, swing. He'll force the block. Yeah, it goes into the DexDoru again. Oh, he goes into regular Dorugora. What does this do? He goes into regular. It crashes. It'll die. It'll prevent death by going into the Dex. The Dex will de-digivolve nothing because it can't, and then it'll pop lowest level. Now that Dorugora is in its traits or in its stack, something was deleted. It'll unsuspend. It'll swing for game.
Look how dangerously close Basil is. His like deck is almost I can maybe single digits.
Yeah,
Like he tracks so much.
deck goes through your it burns through its cards super quick, and I think that's what will separate kind of like the more skilled players being able to manage your deck because yeah, you draw and you just burn through so many cards. That was an unfortunate game 3, but I think that we got a good it's unfortunate we got game 1 as a brick scoop, but at least we got 2 good games out of it afterwards.
Listen,
But we'll
the
check
whole
in.
reason we're enjoying this is that regional champ AP Mock is knocked out. That's all that matters. Number one
That's
hater.
crazy. That's crazy. Hey, can someone who's not in the thing just quickly ask the other players who won so we could get the report? That'd be real good. And that way we can update the bracket and then go for
I
our
feel
break.
like the winner is going to be some guy because some guy's Imperial has he's been drawing like a god.
Yeah, I bet you he played 3 option cards. I bet you he played 3 of those options and then played Imperials. So some guy did win in 2 or 3.
I feel like it's like Crow is a really good player. Don't get it twisted. Crow at locals, he's predominantly plays purple decks, and he was one of the reasons why I like playing purple decks as well. And he might give Gabe a run for his money.
Yeah, so I just got the news. Some guy won 2-0, and I could kind of believe it because I'm looking at Crow's deck and he is playing Fenrir. I don't think Crow has been able to open some new cards. Maybe the proxy thing, maybe he hasn't tested, but he's playing in the older build of Fenrir without the Takabikazuchi. And it's unfortunate because some guy has this really funny card called Paladin Ace, and then you just bottom deck everything. Or
That
you just play
Paladin
or you play
Ace is the bane of purple cards because
even then you could just play out dragon mode and have a tamer, and then he goes, okay, cool, Fenrir, play out a Digimon. Okay, cool, bottom deck your Fenrir. All right.
my favorite deck that I've been playing for the last 2 decks is called the anti-Alex deck. It's because it's a play off because Alex is most known for his Millet deck. I hate the fact that he's right all the time, and I'm playing the lowered version of it, which is the Ghoulmon and Creepymon loop. Paladin Ace destroys my deck because all the cards that I work, it just goes away.
Yeah, no, let's not talk about Alex. We're just celebrating winners here. You know what I mean? Sorry, we're not celebrating Brick City mascot here. Okay, so yeah, let's take a quick 5-minute break. We'll come back and we'll have the final match here between Basil and some guy. Good old DexDorugora versus Imperial. So if you're playing in any regionals, be prepared for these. I think these are 2 pretty big decks for the meta. And yeah.
The interesting question to ask is: would some guy be able to get a new title as well? Not only being an Olympus Leomon champion, is he going to be an Olympus champion this season? It's find out. Tune in and find out, guys.